Hey guys, how are you all doing? Today I am making a video. I never thought I would make a video like this. I never planned to make a video like this, but I feel compelled to make this video at this point. So let me just get started and y'all can make a decision whether you want to hear it or not, or whether you want to take what I have to say to heart or not. So this video is going to be kind of long, so I'm just going to dive right in and start explaining what is going on and what the catalyst to this video is. So about 6 months ago, I got a message on my personal Facebook from a girl that I used to be closer with back in the day. We're still Facebook friends. We comment on each other's posts, on each other's kids, things like that. So she sent me a message and she just basically told me that around a year and a half ago, someone had messaged her and invited her to join this company. And she spoke with this person and she was convinced to invest in this company, to pay, this company was what's called a MLM, or a multi-level marketing company. And she was convinced to basically pay in to get some supplies, and then it was then her responsibility to go out and recruit more people to come join this company. That's how an MLM works. And we're going to talk about why that doesn't work financially, and we're going to talk about why it's fucked up ethically. And anyway, so she told me her story, what happened to her personally. And to be honest, I didn't know much about MLMs. I wasn't educated enough on them to draw a conclusion. I knew that, they were sales based. I didn't realize how recruitment based they were, but I just wasn't that educated on them. I wasn't educated enough to form an opinion. So I thought the least I could do is look into it. This girl messaged me and she trusted me with her story. So I felt like the least I could do is look into her experience and see if it's a common one. And it turns out that it really, really is extremely common. What I mean by her experience is she lost money rather than made money, and was kind of shamed along the way. And we'll talk about all that. But first of all, what I want to get into is common recruitment techniques, things that they use, things that they will say, and what's behind what they say, the truth, on the other hand. So I'm sure that, especially if you're a woman, you have been messaged by someone on your Facebook in an MLM. Someone has messaged you and said, "Girl, I've been watching you. You would be great at what I do." This is a great financial opportunity. You can make as much as you want. This can be your side hustle. This can be your fallback income with the pandemic right now if your income is not. This is the answer. And they put this pyramid scheme in a very pretty, shiny box with a bow. And it's very tempting for people that are in a rough spot. And that is the first thing that I want to talk about. No one joins an MLM when they're doing great. And what I mean by that is it's not something that people go looking for. It's something that they come to you, and they come to you aggressively. And that is predatory as fuck, in my opinion, to single out people that you know are struggling already financially, to have them invest in something, money that they may not have, and then advise them to, and this is a common thing, advise them to sell something, open a credit card. Like, that's a real thing. Someone's upline, the woman above her in the pyramid, told her to do that. If you can't afford, the buy-in money, open a credit card. You'll make your money back like that. It won't be a big deal. And you can lose your ass like that. And that's just a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to tell someone to tell someone that that's a good idea. And it's just predatory. It's predatory as fuck. And while we're on the subject of why they're predatory, another very common tactic and something they're told to do is to use any disabilities, any issues that they might have. Like, for example, I'm bipolar. They would tell me to reach out to the bipolar community, to connect with those people and make sales. They would tell you to. My friend that sent me the info on her experience has 2 autoimmune disorders. And she was told that these shouldn't hurt you. These should help you. These are communities that you can reach out to and connect with and make sales to. So in other words, these are people that you can scam. They tell you to scam your own family. One girl even said the first thing you should do is get your parents to join. I can't imagine recruiting my mother into something that I wasn't making money on. Like, that's just so fucked up to me. So, anyway, targeting people's weaknesses, whether they be financial, whether they be physical, mental, whatever, and that especially when some of the MLMs that are focused on health, love to reach out to people who they think are overweight. If you just had a baby, let's lose that baby weight. Like, we'll start you on your fitness journey. And the health ones are the ones that I really, really have an issue with, because let me tell you the requirements to become a coach in a certain ML. It's Beachbody. Who cares? It's Beachbody. The requirements to become a coach, a fitness and health coach, are: you have to be 18 years old, have a couple forms of ID, and that's it. That's it. You have to have absolutely zero experience in nutrition, in fitness, in anything that you're going to be coaching about. You don't have to have any experience. And that is one of the characteristics that screams pyramid scheme. And we'll talk about why here soon. We'll talk about the whole pyramid scheme thing soon. But right now, I'm just talking about the ethical side of it, how fucked up it is, the way that they use people to further themselves. And so another very common thing that women are told And usually the first message, usually the cold message, the first message that they get is that they can do it as little or as much as they want. Like, this can be your side hustle, this can be something that you make extra income with, or this can be something that you support your family with. But the reality of that is, these people are going to push you to make as many recruitments as you can, because that's the only way that they are going to make money, and the only way they're going to advance is if you scam more people and they scam more people, and therein lies the pyramid. So it's just being told, you're just completely blindsided with a lot of the information that you are told, and then what becomes a reality once you join. And my friend that told me her story was told on a Zoom call with a team call where there's over 100 women on the call, that she should have been sending invites from her doctor's appointment that she was at for her autoimmune disorders, and she missed some of the requirements that she should have been meeting, I suppose. So, and they told her, well, you should have been sending invites from the doctor's appointment. Like, you have to be looking at this as your income. And first of all, like, that's not what you said. And second of all, like, one of the autoimmune disorders she has is rheumatoid arthritis, which attacks the joints, including the ones in her fingers. And it's not easy for her to text. And I know that it's not easy for her to send hundreds of invites and make posts and connect with people on her phone as easily as it's done for other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, and for the fact that they completely called her out about her autoimmune disorders on this call with all these other women just rubs me in such a, like, disgusting way. Like, she is the one that brought up the doctor's appointments, but she didn't bring up why she was at the doctor. Her upline, the woman that was above her in the pyramid that really wanted her to advance so she could advance, she really wanted her to make money and to scam more people so she could make more money and do less, is the one that said, like, you know, your lupus and your rheumatoid arthritis should be a community that you can reach out to, that you can connect with, that you can make sales to. So again, like, they're telling you to target these people, and that's just so disgusting and predatory to me. Like, the way that they use experiences, things that, even traumas, miscarriages, pregnancies, things like that, like, they will tell you to target these people, and it's just like, it's so ethically fucked up. Okay, so now we're going to talk about why it doesn't work financially. We've already talked about why it's deplorable. It's absolutely deplorable. But now we're going to talk about why it doesn't work financially. And believe me, it doesn't. I think over 90% of people that are in one of these lose money. They don't make money. So, and I mean, that's like an unreal figure. You can double check everything I'm telling you. I strongly encourage you to do your own research, especially if you've ever considered buying from one of these, or if you purchase products from one of these people. And I just want you to understand what you are supporting, and why it's not right, and how it really changes these people, and how it kills their relationships. Because MLMs are so terrible for your relationships, because your whole life becomes about pushing this product. And it's just, that annoys people. People don't want that. That's too aggressive for some people, and it just reeks of desperation. And that's what these MLMs drive people to. Like, they have such a hold over these people that it changes the way that they interact in social media. They go from posting about their family and, normal things that people post on social media, to posting about this product 24/7, to messaging people like constantly. If you reply, God forbid, following up. Like, just, it becomes all about the product, and they completely lose relationships that way. And it's just, I could go on and on and on about the reasons why it's bad ethically, and why it's bad for you. It's just not good for you. Why it's negative. Why it's toxic. But now we're going to talk about the finances. So the thing about a pyramid scheme is, it relies on the people underneath you making sales for you to make money. So when you join one of these things and are busting your ass, sending invites and scamming people, you're not even keeping most of your money. Your money is going upwards to your upline. That's why they want you to push this shit day and night, because they make more money that way. Your money's going up, and you really don't get shit. The only way you start making shit is by scamming more people, and these people scamming more people and making money that way, and becoming higher up in the pyramid. That's the only way that you can advance in one of these things. And therein lies the pyramid scheme. And one of the very common things that MLMs say is, well, if you go out and you get a corporate job, if you go out and you get a job at Starbucks, you're going to have a boss. That boss is going to have a boss. They're going to have a boss. So therefore, that job is more of a pyramid scheme than an MLM. And that's laughable if you do a small amount of research. So, comparing a business hierarchy and a pyramid scheme is like comparing apples and oranges that are both in the shape of a triangle. As in, the only thing they have in common is they are both in the shape of a triangle. When you go get a job at a company, you will have a boss, and that boss will probably make more than you. That boss will also have more experience, maybe more education. They will probably hold substantially more risk in the company. Do you see what I'm saying? And they do not make money based on your work. They make money based on their work. They don't make money based on how many people you hire. Therein lies the difference. Do you see what I'm saying? And, but as with a pyramid scheme, recruiting is one of the main characteristics. You have to recruit people to make money, and the money flows upwards towards the top. And the only way to make more money is to work your way up the pyramid by inviting more people, and them inviting more people, and so on and so on and so on. Excuse me, I did not want to burp in your ear. But anyway, that is why it is a pyramid scheme. And, they will also say, well, pyramid schemes are illegal. That's true. That's true. Drug dealing is illegal. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not a very powerful argument. But the law is catching up with these companies. There was a company, I think it was called Advocare, that was like one of these health companies that had no requirements, and they ended up having to pay a settlement of like $150 million. And they were forced to restructure their company because they were found to be operating as a pyramid scheme. And there are direct correlations between and direct parallels between the company that was forced to restructure and shut down as a pyramid scheme and these other companies that continue to run. I'm sure they have lawyers that find loophole. I mean, I'm sure that's something that they actively try to avoid. But luckily the law is catching up, and people are realizing that they lost a ton of money, that everyone lost money. Because a lot of times, if it's not working out for you, if you're in one of these MLMs and you're not doing very well, which is the majority of people, you will just be told that you weren't trying hard enough, that, you know, your success or failure is on your own back. And that's just not true. Your success or failure is on the back of the people that you recruit and the back of the people that they recruit. It's not on you. And that's why the pyramid scheme doesn't work. No one's own work is for themselves. It's always for the person above you. And, you know, what real reason do I have to make you more money, other than to advance and make myself more money on the backs of other people? So that's the difference between you know, a corporate job and an MLM, and why it is a pyramid scheme, and why it doesn't work. It just doesn't work financially. Most of these people lose money, and let me explain that. For example, we'll use Beachbody as an example, because I just happen to know more about Beachbody, because that's one of the ones that is worse in my opinion, because it focuses on health and fitness and has absolutely nothing to back that up. Nothing except people that recruit other people and feed them bullshit that their upline tells them to feed their downline. So anyway, to join Beachbody, you have to enroll in, I think it's like a monthly recurring thing, but they have this stuff called Shakeology, and it was like $100 and some a month. We'll say it's $100 a month, just to make it fair. So the majority of people in these MLMs make less than $500 a year. Let that sink in. They make less than $500 a year. If they pay $100 for shakes every month, they're going to have spent $1,200 at the end of the year, just on the shakes alone. Do you see why they're losing money? It just does not work. It doesn't work. And it's very sad that it's so easy to get wrapped up in one of these things. But their whole existence revolves around recruiting people. So if they can't recruit, they can't make money. So of course they're constantly pushing this shit. And it's just, a lot of these products are shit. And that's why have you ever heard of Advocare? I haven't. That's because when they're forced to restructure, they don't have a leg to stand on because they don't even have the products to back the shit up. Especially in the long run. These products aren't, well studied, and it's just, I don't know. It's just so predatory and so terrible to me to take advantage of other people, especially other people that are at low points in their lives, and tell them that, they can make money or they can start their fitness journey or, whatever. And then just take them for whatever you can get, whatever money you can get out of them. And then if it doesn't work out, if they're not making any more money, tell them that they didn't try hard enough and let them think that they failed. When in reality, they were never set up to succeed. They were set up to fail from the get-go. So, and again, I encourage you to do your own research. Please do. Please do your own research. Please do your own research from an unbiased source, and take things that you hear from MLM people in MLMs with a grain of salt. They push false narratives for profit, and that's so deplorable to me. And I just couldn't, once I really realized how predatory they were, and the people that they targeted, how they specifically went after people when they were at their lowest, that's so disgusting to me. And I just couldn't not say anything. I just couldn't not comment on it and try to get y'all to do your own research and look into these and understand why they are bad and why they are harmful and why they are toxic. So that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I know it's been long. I know I've ran my mouth for almost a half an hour now. But there was a lot I wanted to shove into this video because there's a ridiculous amount of evidence that this is such a bad idea. And social media has made MLMs, it's given them a whole new market. It's given them a whole new, a whole new way to do business. And if you visit someone's social media that's in an MLM, it's just hard to believe anything that they post, because, and it's also disgusting to me, the materialism that they promote. They're constantly talking about the money that they're making and all of the new, things that they have. I've never, you'll never see a social media account that talks more about how much money they're making than someone that's making less than $500 a year and in an MLM. And that's just, it really changes people into people that take advantage. It changes people into scammers. And I feel like if y'all were my personal friends and I saw you guys every day and I was, what's up, girl, I would definitely tell you, don't join one of these. Do your research. This is bad. This is toxic. This is a terrible idea. Don't do it. Don't let anyone you know do it. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, that's why I made this video. And thank you guys for watching. And I will get back to ASMR ASAP. Don't you worry.